So it's a beautiful day in the Treasure Valley. What's a Treasure Valley Dave to do? Stick around, let's find out next. Hey everybody, Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here. You know your great real estate agent by your side when it comes time to buy a home, sell a home, or even relocate to the Treasure Valley. And so if you don't live in the Treasure Valley and you're thinking about relocating here, you might wonder what's it like in an early spring day just walking around the lovely town of Caldwell, Idaho. So that's what we're going to do today. But I also want to tell you, I've got some special bonus stuff to tell you about at the end of this. So stick around to the end. I'm going to give you some information on where you can go to get some pictures that I took while I was out on my tour of downtown Caldwell. Plus there's some other pictures there that you might be able to check out. But anyway, stick around for that at the end. But for right now, let's get down to our tour of downtown Caldwell. All right, so here we are downtown. That's the creek. That's the Indian Creek. That's where so much fun happens throughout the entire year. This is where they have the over 1 million lights at Christmas time. And oh, it's just a great area. I like this little rapids that they have here. You can come over here and the water's nice and slow, and then it hits this part, boom. And you can see across the other side, there's a little picnic area. You can come out and eat your lunch there and watch the water, I guess. I don't know that there's any fish in there, but you know what? I wouldn't be terribly surprised. And then we're going to walk over one of the bridges. They got several bridges that go across here. They're very nice. They just kind of bespeak some of the tradition. They remind you of like an old railroad trestle going across the river. And it might be exactly what it was. Just a beautiful, gorgeous day. Early April, in case anybody's keeping track. And it won't be much longer than all these trees will be totally filled out and pollen. No, we don't have pollen in Idaho. So over here on the left, these are some new buildings, that white one and then that brown one right in front of us. And so I know that some of these buildings have like apartments in them. So you can be living and still have that vibe of the downtown. Now it's not a downtown like, I don't know, Portland or Boise even, but it's a nice little quiet downtown where, you know, this whole plaza area could be your front yard in essence. And what is this plaza area all about? Well, I'm sure you've seen other videos on this. This is where they have the outdoor ice skating in the wintertime and other things that go on. Over here on the right, they have some restaurants that have come in, great places to go in and grab a bite. And over there is where they have the splash pads and different snacky places and also some restaurants and just a bunch of, it's a good time for, you know, the whole family. And then over here on the left again, what do we have? We've got this big picnic area. Well, a picnic table area, seating area, I guess, maybe for this big stage that they have up here. They have bands. I don't go there often to see the bands, but the last time I happened to be there, I came across SpongeBob the Musical, and that was pretty fun. It was a big hit with the kids. Maybe I'm still a kid at heart. So there's the old Flying M coffee shop. Yeah, we got one in Nampa and one in downtown Boise, but guess what? We got one right here in downtown Caldwell as well. And you can see across the street, they have all sorts of construction going on because they're trying to, you know, bring more businesses, more vitalization to this downtown. And they've done a great job over the last several years. And the old Indian Creek Plaza, not bad. And it's not that big of an area. So find some place to park that you could just kind of like walk all over the place. And speaking of parking, so it used to be normal, like it is now. But then some politicians there in the local little community of Caldwell got some kind of I don't know what it was. They had a brain fart to be generous, and then they decided to put in parking meters all over the place. Well, it turned out that wasn't a very popular thing to do. So then they went and they took them all back out. So there's that bookstore right there, Shared Stories. I actually went in there and guess what? I accidentally bought a book. So that thing I was talking about later where I have all these pictures from my tour, the still pictures, you'll actually see pictures inside that bookshop. It's pretty cool. I think you'll like it. It really is a good fit for this kind of a boutique-y feel of downtown Caldwell. Who'd have ever thought you'd use those two words in the same sentence? That's that brand new theater is down there. And over here, Indian Creek Steakhouse. So, bonus points if you know what Indian Creek Steakhouse is known for. Okay, I'll give you a clue. They have the largest dance floor in the entire state. Okay, I guess I gave away the answer there. But they got pretty good food. I won't deny that. And over here on this side, we got some more stores that have recently come in and really made, downtown Caldwell a destination to go to for shopping and just checking out fun, vibey things. And of course, it's safe. I mean, this, like I said, this ain't no Seattle or San Francisco or anything like that. There's no tents. There's no stuff you wouldn't want to step in on the sidewalks. You could just casually walk around and enjoy yourself. And I do see that there are still some storefronts like this one here on the left that looks like they're being revitalized. Some of them maybe not even leased out yet, but I believe that's coming. And then some of the old stores, like, we just talked about the Indian Creek Steakhouse. Oh, the Steunenberg, part of the historical district. And we're going to visit the Steunenberg Historical District in Old Town Caldwell in an upcoming video. Right across there is that Chinese restaurant. No, that's pretty good. They have these aquariums between the booths. So you're sitting right there. You're looking at this like 20-pound carp, and he's looking at your plate. I don't know what he's thinking. Probably thinking, well, at least it's my buddy and not me. I don't know. And there's the old train depot. I'm not sure what it is now. In Nampa, they turned the train depot into a museum. But up here, it looks like they actually have, I don't know, I saw people inside doing stuff. So I don't know if it's like an office-y area or something like that. But it'd be a pretty cool place to work, though, wouldn't it? Imagine all the history that's happened there. All the important people that have come and gone. Like Treasure Valley Dave. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so we've done enough looking over here. Let's head back down this way. Yeah, you can tell. Look at that. Not a cloud, not a chemtrail in the sky. Just totally blue. Wow. That don't happen very often. And there's that new building there. That's where they have some apartments in there and obviously some office space, retail space. They got a parking garage. There's that used clothing place across the street. That's where Mrs. Treasure Valley Dave used to like to go hang out. It's like a little thrift store or consignment store. Oh, watch out. Don't want to run into this workman. That's all right. I slowed down just a little bit. And what do we have? So we got this combination of old right there across the street, refurbished, looking great. Then we got the new here on the other side of the street that really just fits in. I mean, they both look like they've been there forever and they just fit in really well. That little alleyway, that's the back way to that whole plaza area. So if you're living over here in one of these apartments, you just walk through there and boom, you're right there. And then there's this old tavern. Boy, if that place could talk, huh? But there's a lot of stories there. This used to be the only building on the block. That tavern, all behind it was, the buildings had all come down and it was just a big, just flat. They used it for parking and stuff like that. And there's the Treasure Valley Community College over there. It's a really nice building that they've got. Hey, Vern. You guys remember those? Hey, I know a couple Verns. Guess we're going to have to go down there one day and see if it is, maybe get a Vern discount. I'm not sure. But it's not all just this little area right around the old historic downtown. No. We've got some regular downtown. And that's the Indian Creek there on the left. And we've got some ducks down here playing around. So this is part of we don't have this very often. I may be over in Boise more, but over here in Caldwell, we've got one section that has one-way streets this direction, and then one block over, one-way streets the other way. Kind of like we do in Nampa too, just, I guess, helps with traffic. And this is a pretty big thoroughfare. Oh, there is our little quacker right there. So we do have, quite a few businesses over here. A lot of them have been there forever, like that furniture store. I think that's been there since the 70s. And I'm not going to try to beat all this traffic. I might have been good at Frogger at one point, but probably not today. So we got old buildings, new buildings. I'll show you one here in a second. Once we get past these trees. A bunch of nice little businesses here in this building on the right. Even a bakery. So that building over there on the left, that 3-4-story one. So it's got some medical offices on the ground floor, and then above that is senior apartments. How handy is that? You're like one block away from historic downtown. So if you want to go for walks, that would be a great place. But 1 block straight, if we were to go straight, we're into the old historic area where you have these 100-year-old houses and nice wide sidewalks and a lot of greenery and big trees. So it's just a great place to, I don't know, if you want to go for a nice walk, there's a lot to see. And it's safe. Look how safe it is. Look how clean it is. I know. You've been looking at those internet rumors say, oh, Caldwell, it's the most dangerous place ever. Boy, that guy was flying, wasn't he? And, well, this is just about it. There's a bookstore up there I got to go jump into, so see you in a little bit. So what'd you think of Caldwell? Pretty nice, not bad. We're going to be discovering some other sections of Caldwell as we go along, but I just want to get this out to you right now. So what I was talking about. So I've got a place on my website. You go to www.treasurevalleydave.com and then look over there for resources, and there's the picture gallery or photo gallery. And I have pictures of my walking around downtown Caldwell. So you're welcome to go there, check them out. So if you enjoyed this and you want to see more about what it might be like to live in Caldwell, check out this recent video I did. This is where I'm driving up and down the Nampa Caldwell Boulevard. Kind of give you a taste of what just a normal day driving around it's like if you were living here. So thanks for stopping by. And if you need more information, thinking about maybe moving here, maybe you already live here and you need to sell or move someplace else, give me and Marina a call. I'll be glad to answer all your questions, give you whatever information it is that you need. And well, until next time, we'll see you on the next video.